use this lash here because it's, no matter what I do, I just reapplied it and it's still sticking out. So I don't know what's going on. I think I got some glue on it. I don't know. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you read by the title, today I'm going to be trying out new makeup. So some of it is high-end. I have like 2 high-end products, and everything else will be from the drugstore. And this is not necessarily like 100% new to like stores. It's just new to my collection. So I decided to kind of do a full face of trying new makeup and my first impression on them. If you notice, my eyes are done in my lash. This lash in particular is kind of like being irritating. Okay, so I'm gonna use an old primer. I actually didn't get a new one because I don't really get primers, because I stick to the ones I know, and occasionally I'll try new ones, but nothing caught my eye today, nothing new anyways that I wanted to try. So I'm going to use my Benefit Professional. This is a great primer, guys. It's such an OG product. I have used this product for years and years and years, and it's kind of like my safe bet, my go-to if I'm ever unsure about the kind of look I want to do or what base I want to do. I will always go ahead and use this primer. So I went to Sephora the other day and I picked up a new foundation, and I'm sure you guys know which one already. I picked up the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade 230N. So this has been so highly raved about on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. I wasn't expecting that reaction from people, just because I know so many celebrities have been coming out with foundations or makeup line, should I say, and Selena was just like another celebrity that came out with a makeup line, and I really thought people were gonna hate, you know, because everyone's like hating on celebrities coming out with their brand. So I thought people were gonna be like, it's not a special foundation, like you don't need it. But everyone I have seen has raved about this foundation. They say it's super lightweight, kind of like medium to full coverage, buildable, and it just leaves like a flawless base on your skin. So I was super excited to try it. Now, the last time people raved about a foundation was the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation, the original one, the mattifying one. Now that one I tried because everyone loved it as well, and I absolutely hated it. So I really wanted to try this foundation out for myself, and the packaging is super cute. And I know a lot of people don't like the fact when foundations have like a dough applicator because it's like unsanitary, but I actually like it. I love my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. Like, I really love it. It makes the application a lot easier. So I don't mind it, but yeah, I mean, I guess if you're a germaphobe, you might be like, okay. Okay, so right off the bat, I just started shaking it and I opened it a little bit, and there's like oil all on my hands from the foundation, which is super weird. And I can see it looks kind of oily, but we'll see. So, and this should match me. Pretty well. And I'm gonna use, actually it looks a little bit yellow, I don't know, but I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Foundation Brush. This is a new brush for me too, so I'm gonna be testing this out to see. I really wanted like a drugstore foundation brush. The Sigma one I use is awesome, but ain't nobody trying to spend that much money all the time, so this one was like $6, so I want to try it. So this foundation is like super different. I've never tried one like this, and I guess what people were saying was right, because I've seen some people say the consistency is very unique, and I can agree with that, because it kind of feels like my primer, like very fine and kind of like melts into the skin, and that's what this foundation is giving me. Like, I barely had to do any effort and it's blended, and I mean, I don't know if this brush is just that good, but it feels like it's a foundation, because I've never felt a foundation like this before. So that is just one layer, and it is a little bit light for me, I think. So we're just gonna have to contour it up. So basically, when I went to go look for the foundation, they had all like the shades I am were like sold out, and this was the closest one to me that that I saw that they had, and they only had one left, so I was like, okay, let me just get that one, because the only other one was like too dark for me, and this didn't look like it was that far off. It looks like it would match me in the bottle, but on here, like in person, it just looks a little bit too light, and in camera, yeah, it's like definitely too light for me, but we'll see if it oxidizes. So that's what it looks like right now, and guys, I really don't know how to feel about it. Like, I'm a little bit like taken back because I have never had a foundation with this formula ever in my life. Like, it kind of feels like a primer, like a blurring primer on your skin. It looks like my skin, but blurred out, if that makes any sense. And it just applied so different. Like, I have never ever felt a foundation go on this way, and I have tried a lot. So the other new product I wanted to try is this is the one that's like kind of old actually. It came out like 2 years ago, I want to say, but I never tried it, and it's new to my collection. So this is the Morphe Fluidity full coverage concealer. I got the shade C1.65. Again, this was super hard to match because of the displays not being available, which I completely understand why they're not, but it's hard, especially when they all look the same. It's really hard to match yourself, especially with concealers, because you kind of have to go like 2 shades lighter than what you are, and whatever the case is. So it was really hard to find a concealer, because these concealers from Morphe were like 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and they all look the same. So it was kind of hard to match me. Hopefully, oh god, I don't want to flash you guys. Okay, it's more on the pink side, this one, so it's fine, I guess. It's not too light though, thank god. And I like the formula of this as well. So this concealer, I really don't mind it being pink, because I like my under eyes to be super bright, and you can achieve that with like yellow undertones or pink undertones, just because that gives that brightening effect. So I don't mind that it's this color, because I have concealers this color, so it's completely fine. So I don't mind it. Let me blend it out with my beauty sponge. Actually, let me dry it down a little more. I thought it was gonna be really matte, but it's really not. I didn't get the concealer because honestly, I have so many concealers, and when I was looking at the reviews that people were doing, they said that they did not like the concealer. It was just super lightweight and light coverage, and I really like full coverage, so I figured I would get a full coverage concealer. And it's actually a really great shade for brightening the under eye, and it blended out super easy. I actually really like the formula of this as well. So I don't know if it's the foundation that's kind of making it really nice, like blending it super easy. I haven't heard like much about this concealer. I saw one review by Aaliyah's Face, and she really liked it when she did a review of the whole like Morphe foundation and concealer, and she liked the concealer, so that's why I picked it up. But I actually really like the formula. It looks like it's full coverage, but it's kind of feels like super easy to blend. You don't really have to try. So I really like it, and I don't know if the foundation is kind of helping, because the foundation kind of blended out the same way. So the next product I'm going to use, I picked up, which is new to me, is the Huda Beauty Tan Tour Contour and Bronzer Cream. So I've heard great things about this as well. I always wanted to pick it up, but I haven't been to Sephora in so long. So when I went to pick up the Rare Beauty, I walked around and I was like, oh, let me get it. This was the last one in this shade, which is like my perfect shade, and I decided it was a sign, so I had to pick it up. So this one, I'm just gonna throw that out. So this is what this looks like. I've heard good things. What I've heard is that it kind of goes on as a cream, but it dries up as a powder. So I don't think I'll be needing to use a powder, but I think I am anyways, because I got a new bronzer, but we'll see how it works. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And it looks super good. This side I kind of messed up because I put it too close to my mouth, so it's a little bit too far out. I usually stop it like right here, and I don't know why I brought that one so close, but I guess it's because I had so much product on my brush that I wanted to use it up. I don't want it to go to waste. So yeah, it looks so good, and the forehead looks actually super good. It actually help me look more like my skin tone. Okay, so the next product I use for the creams, because you know everyone's into cream, doing everything with like a cream bronzer, cream blush, cream everything. So I picked up finally a cream blush, and this is the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush. This is new to me. It says new on here. I don't know how new it is to the actual drugstore, but it is new to me. So I got the shade, where is it? Rose Romance 140. There was one that was like an orange and I really wanted to get, but since it is turning into fall, I was like, that is more of a summer blush, and this one is more of a fall blush because it's like a deep pink. Looks intense, but it blends out kind of like, okay. So for my under eyes, I'm going to use my lovely Morphe Bacon Set powder. This is like one of my favorites right now. So I'm going to use this, and this is in the shade Brighten Pink. So I'm going to set the rest of my face using my LA Girl Pro HD face powder. And I'm sorry my chair keeps making all these crazy noises. Alright, so I'm going to dust this off. Don't leave it too long because my skin is kind of dry, especially since it's turning into fall time. My skin gets drier, so I'm not going to let it just sit there. So that's dusted off, and as you can see, the blush already went down. It kind of just looks like my cheeks are rosy, like I'm blushing right now, which is so cute. I actually really like it. It definitely makes me look more youthful, which is beautiful. A lot of blush can tend to make you look older if it's too intense, but this, like this flush of color here, it makes you look more youthful. So it's kind of like tricky with blush because it can have either effect. So the next new product I'm going to try is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. So this was like $8, and it comes with 4 huge bronzers. And I realized when I got home that my mirror was broken, so that sucks. But yeah, I'm going to use it just a little bit because I already did use the Tantour. I'm gonna go in with this one actually right here. Actually, I'm gonna mix this and this, the 2 medium shades. Definitely looks really good. I didn't need that much bronzer just because of that Tantour I used, but just the shades from this palette and how pigmented it is for $8, like you can't beat it. So I would definitely recommend. This was the last one I found at my local Ulta. Luckily I got my hands on it. I have never heard anyone talk about this, and I'm actually surprised because it's so affordable, and you get 4 really big shades on here, and it just blends out like a dream. So for the blush, I'm actually not gonna add a powdered blush. I thought I was gonna, but just because of how matte it looks after I put my, what's it called? My baking powder on, it kind of makes it look like it's a powdered blush rather than a liquid blush. So I'm just gonna leave it like this because I feel like I don't really need to add more. So I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty Lightning or Kilowatt highlighter. I'm gonna use the shade Lightning Dust. It's one of those that's like a duo highlighter, and I'm just gonna highlight with this. So you see how it kind of looks like a liquid highlighter? Kind of just blends into the skin. So I am going to line my lips with the e.l.f. Retro Paradise lip liner. This is just like the one that comes in the kit. It's the darker one, to outline my lips. Okay, so I got 2 new lip products, which worked out because one is a liquid lipstick and the other one is a gloss. So I'm gonna put on my liquid lipstick. This is the Super Stay by Maybelline Matte Ink in the shade Driver 55. But the next product I got that's new is the Morphe lip gloss with the Madison Beer collection. This is in the shade Mars, and I didn't even know they had a collaboration coming out. I didn't hear anyone talk about this, but it's out. it's out, and I just saw this this gloss, and it is nude, so I decided to pick it up because I love my nude glosses. I haven't been really wearing nude glosses lately just because we're all wearing masks that it would transfer onto my mask, so I've been sticking to either nothing on my lips or doing liquid lipsticks that are matte because they are a little bit harder to transfer. So I haven't been really, I haven't used glosses in a minute, but I had to pick this one up, and I haven't never tried it, so let's see if I like it. Just excuse this lash here because it's, no matter what I do, I just reapplied it and it's still sticking out. So I don't know what's going on. I think I got some glue on it. I don't know, but just excuse it. So just overall, the products I used were all amazing products, like 10 out of 10. Like all of these were bomb, guys. Definitely go pick it up. The one I was most impressed by, well, two that I was most impressed by were the Rare Beauty foundation and the Milani Cheek Kiss blush in the shade 140 Rose Romance. So I was super impressed just because of how it made my skin look. It gives that really like radiant, youthful look, which is what I'm always looking for. And like I said in the video, the foundation was just kind of like innovative. I've never felt a foundation with that formula and application before, and how it blends. It's just, you have to try it to understand what I'm talking about, but it is totally different than any foundation I've ever used, but in a good way. I definitely feel like more companies are probably gonna start using this formula, whatever it is, because I've never felt anything like it. I actually really love it. So I will definitely be implementing a lot of these products in my everyday routine, especially the blush and the foundation. Selena Gomez, thank you so much for that foundation. It is bomb. But yeah, that is the look. That is my thoughts on everything. Overall, everything was like amazing, guys. Just like my two favorites, like outstanding, like 11 out of 10 were the foundation and blush, but everything else was like a 10 out of 10. So I would suggest picking these products up. Everything will be listed down in the description bar for you guys, as always. And that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. My next video will be a fall makeup look, if I can get this palette. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys in my next one.